6 gallons right there. And pretty much just leave it open. And once I blow it off or blow it out and get all the moisture out of it, then I'll end up closing it up and maybe putting the antifreeze in it. Now, while I was doing that, I'm going to take a look at my awning. My awning's got little pinholes in it, just from the weather, and I'm going to end up trying something. I might end up putting my FlexSeal, I got some left over from the roof, and put on there. Now, the best tool I like to use to check for pinholes is this right here. You see any pinholes up there? There's I see it looks like stars. Do you look at that over there? On this side. It's like, what do you think? Pinholes? What should I do about that? I understand. So, what I'm going to do is the part where the pinholes are. I don't know if you can actually see the light in them. But that's the part when you have it rolled up and sitting out in the weather or sun or everything else from 1987 till now. That is the part that doesn't get covered up. Now the rest of the awning, when it rolls up into itself, is pretty protected. But yeah, that right there, it gets the beating right there. So I'm going to end up probably taping it off, make a nice line, and brushing on some of that FlexSeal. We'll see how that works. If I don't get it done today, I'll do it sometime this weekend. But I'll keep tabs on that. Maybe take before and after pictures. I'm gonna go ahead and try putting this on my RV canopy. There's pinholes in it and it's gonna cover it up. This is what I had left over. And this stuff here is still like rubber. So it's actually looks really, really good. Look at that, like the bottom of a shoe. So I'm gonna try putting it on real light and cover all the pinholes in my canopy. I'm gonna show you exactly how to take that down so it's easier to get to. I'm gonna mask off a line. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, just the section that got weather. Need a brush, tape, and the FlexSeal. And I got pure white. So over here, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the canopies got this little release right here, and you can literally set the legs right off of it, and this thing's going to end up being completely flat on the side of the motorhome, but open. So then that way it's easier for me to get on top there, mask it off, paint it, and I'm going to try to do it before noon because the sun is going the other way, and that way it's not trying to dry faster than I can work it. Give this a shot. And for those of you that use this stuff, do not panic, because I opened it up and the first layer was dry, so it was actually set. It's set, but I'm gonna pull the skin off, and this stuff, it even gets rubberized right inside the can after you use a half of it. So I'm gonna pull this off, plop it out, and then start painting that line. And then that's the line right there. I went ahead and masked it, and I only need that part because that's the part that the sun on the outside sees when it's rolled up. The rest of this is like brand new. 1987. Even the tips of it's nice and clean. Stitching's good. Nice and pliable. And that's it. So let me get to painting this thing, get it done. I'm going to show you the steps I take in putting this on. It's basically almost like putting on body filler or drywall filler first, and then you morph yourself into painting. So that's pretty thick. As far as these problem areas, you want to hit that first and fill it. So this is porous stuff here. Because this, you just fill it first. First step, make sure you just take it easy and don't rush it. And just get it right in there. And this is where all my little pinholes are in. And you fill that in there. If you need a little more, borrow from this guy over here. So that's the first spot that you got to do. Now, then what you do is you take another big old gulp. It's kind of windy today, so I gotta watch out because it'll cause little strings of this stuff will just blow everywhere, and you have little lines all over the whatever it is you're wearing. Alright, so this part here, you want to just right where the stitching is, and you just make a fine line right here. And you do not want to touch that little aluminum strip, because down the road I'm going to end up actually replacing this canopy. And what holds this onto the motorhome itself is this little aluminum strip. Has a dowel inside of the canopy itself that keeps it from slipping out. And the only way to get this canopy off is to slide this whole unit off of this all the way out the back. There's a set screw that keeps it from sliding out. Now what you don't want is having to go over it with a razor blade and try to cut that. So, okay, got your line. Then you go up from the tape. Tape, you have to go away from the tape like this. The reason you want to go this way is you're actually going to shove it in those little holes and cause it to run inside the tape. So your first layer is this, and you don't want to put too much on the tape because you're just wasting material. And at 90 bucks a gallon, you don't want to waste this stuff. That's why you never want to pour it in a pan, because then all you're doing is you're taking about 10 ounces of it and you're coating the pan with it that you're just going to chuck out anyway. Okay, and other than that, then you start layering in and filling in all those other spots you didn't get. Fill it in, fill it in. Here I'm saying not to rush, but I'm just trying to rush it, and that way this isn't a 5-minute how to do this section. Look at me. So, boop. Oh, I did it. I knew I did it. And I did it there. Oh, bad, bad. Okay. I'm my own worst enemy. You know that? It's like I'm telling myself not to hurry. And then myself just hurries. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Now, then, once you basically got all of this down, finishing stuff, you literally do like a solid brush stroke right down, because this stuff, like I said, is just like using like body filler or drywall filler, where your finishing result is exactly how you finish your brush stroke. Well, another domestic. Okay, so anyway, and that's it. And that's all you do. And just keep moving down. I try to move down about 3 feet at a time, and hopefully that'll knock it out. Up here, the guy that had this before made this vent right here, and it just looks like weird, whatever. Looks like something's missing, but made it out of PVC pipe. It slaps together, and it works good, but it just looks like there's PVC pipe laying up here for some strange reason. So, took an old Amazon envelope, cut it open, boom, masked it. Now I'm going to paint it like an aluminum. Well, now of course it's windy. Oh, okay, so dogs are in the house. And then, alright, now I'm going to paint it silver. And she'll look just like the other, like luggage racks and a ladder. dry a second, put a second coat on, it'll be done. That's it. Alright, so while I'm under here, actually up here, there's a section on this roof I couldn't get to with my roller. And so since I got this stuff out anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take my brush and get all under here real good. And then maybe eyeball and see if there's anything else I might need to get. So I'm going to get that real quick. Oh.